Now we're going to be talking about the asset selection.
Yeah, it's the key part, I feel, anyway, because that's where a lot of people, they find the location and then they feel that, oh, that's the growth location. I just have to buy any property in that location. It's going to do well. And
Ooh.
the answer is, yeah, it will increase over time for sure. However, I want to get that extra 20% of the search criteria and go deeper because it's going to enhance your, I guess, capital growth over time because they have higher owner-occupier appeal locations. So, yeah, let's jump in.
Yeah, there's a lot in this actually.
Yeah, we'll get through it. I'll probably be less tangential in that way, where I'll just stick to the few things I want to cover because they're really important, and it's where I see a lot of people go wrong.
Yeah, definitely. So we've gone from 15,000 suburbs. We've found the one, or maybe there's 2 or 3 that we're looking at around Australia. Say asset size 500K, investment property. What's the first thing you look at when you go to, if you've got 3 of those locations and you choose one, what's the first thing you start doing? You open up realestate.com.au, do you? And then you start looking through assets. And what are the things that we need to look at for these assets? Like, is it, okay, if I've got 500K, what sort of property can I buy in terms of how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, car space, land size? Is that a thing that you should be looking at first?
Oh, yes. You've hit on a few good points there. So I'll
open that one up.
Let's jump in. So first thing I generally do is you're looking at all these different properties. They're either on market or they're pre or they're off market. Depends on your relationships with the agents in that area. But you'll get sent all these different types of properties. A lot of them may look the same, but they're in different locations. So I'll start with the type of location within that, say, suburb you want to focus in on, and then we'll look at the property type itself.
Okay. So location within the suburb, basically.
Yeah. So what I mean by that is, with investing and even with owner-occupier stuff, like you want to enhance your owner-occupier appeal. And what I talk about that is, if you ever go to sell the property, regardless of what market it is in, if you're in a high demand street pocket in that suburb, it's going to be able to, there'll be demand for it, basically, is my point.
So, and also when you sell a property, even if it's an investment property, the likelihood of you selling to an owner-occupier is probably higher than investor, right?
Yep.
So and also investor wants the right location for somebody to live. So you're trying to find a location that is great for a family or that person who wants that type of asset to live in. So things around it need to be great resources and things for them, right? So what are those? What are we looking at there?
Yeah, so I rattled a few off. So quiet streets are really important. I love cul-de-sacs. Kids, as a parent myself now, I fully understand it.
Yeah.
But they generally have a higher, demand rate because it's more private, less crime.
You lived in a cul-de-sac?
Yeah.
I lived in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
They're great.
Yeah.
You can play footy on the street.
Yeah.
Shoot basketball hoops.
Yeah. No through roads.
Yeah, they're really good. And low public housing levels are important. We spoke about that in the last podcast a bit, but obviously having the lower public housing, you've got a better, quality of either surrounding tenants or occupiers that are going to look after their property, which is going to increase that sort of that net wealth in that area, so your streetscape, etc. Another key point is don't buy on roundabouts. Those they've just got high traffic flow, and also there's kids out there that do burnouts, and it's just a crap place to live. So your tenant turnover will be higher.
Yeah.
Corner blocks. There's a debate around that. Depends on what your strategy is. If you're looking for a potential subdivision play, corner blocks can be really great because they've got a larger road frontage. However, with that larger road frontage also comes increased traffic flow. So have a strategy going in on that one. Transport and schools are a big thing too. So people do that ease of access to amenity is quite key. So
imagine as a buyer, owner occupier or a renter being able to be very close to school and allowing their children to ride to school or walk to school. That's so much easier for the parents, right?
Yeah, well, we did that.
Yeah, we did.